What's it like to be a real estate agent in 2022? Hi, I'm Amy of Amy Wiener's Real Estate, and I have my sales manager who has been with me for almost 20 years. She didn't start off as a sales manager. She started off as an assistant to me, and I've known her since she was a kid. But this is Anna, and I just thought it would be good to just talk about what's it look like, what's the life of a real estate agent look like in 2022? What's going on in the market? What are the daily challenges that happen every day, and how do they navigate it? So Anna, you've been with me I was in real estate 10 years before I hired Anna. So for the last 20 years, she's been by my side and helping me navigate through a lot of changes, a lot of growth. And I can honestly tell you that I don't think we've ever been here before.
No, we definitely haven't.
It's just been an interesting year. I'm like, before we can put here's our vision, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make that happen. But when things start to change on a national level and you lose control of things, well, then you got to do some different things.
Totally.
And so that feels like we've had pivot, and our agents have had to become almost like, they have to box. They got to constantly be moving their feet.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Punch and block, because it's a whole different world.
Totally.
So how has that shifted, knowing that we've got agents that are out there? And guys, let's put this into perspective. A lot of people think that real estate agents get paid a salary, that they've got all these benefits, that they're living large and in charge. Here's the reality of it. They're spending time out there with buyers today, and buyers have been challenged this year in the market. Buyers have had a real struggle. But because of inventory issues, which we are starting to see ease up a bit, but because of inventory issues, they may work with a buyer and they would typically write an offer, maybe one or two offers before they get some accepted. I just talked to an agent in my office today who is writing his 14th. Do you hear that? 14th offer with this couple. 14th. Guys, 14 different times he's spent time. He doesn't get paid until whatever he does closes. 14. So he's spent the last 4 months with this buyer. So just think about that. These buyers are coming in with the market that we've had, although I'm going to keep reiterating that I'm feeling it shift. Yeah. With the market that we've had, these agents are getting weary. They're getting fatigued.
Yeah.
Because they might write 5 or 6 offers. And the buyer gets discouraged. And, we're salespeople. We want to have that feel-good moment. We want to know, we got you taken care of. Yeah. And this is basically Anna's role, is to be our cheerleader in our office.
It is, yeah.
Right? And you've had to cheer more than you've ever had to cheer.
For sure, and I love it. But it's really interesting because in this new territory, we're always managing emotions, right? Because that's a big purchase. This is the most likely their largest purchase. And so when we're talking with buyers, it's managing those emotions of, is this the right choice? And is this the right fit for our family? And then once you do it, oh my gosh, we just bought this house. So we're always managing emotions in this industry. But in today's market, so fast-paced, in many scenarios and many price points, competitive, right, where they're competing against multiple offers. So it just kind of amps up that level of emotional, the roller coaster that these clients go through. And then we're prepping these buyers that they might be writing 2, 3, 4, and in that situation, 14 offers before they secure. And so it's what used to be, it's just really, times in different situations, 5, 10 times what we used to walk through with them, and being able to not only manage that work fatigue that the agents feel, but the emotional fatigue that their clients are feeling. So it's like this twofold where they are running, kind of burning the candle at both ends of the stick to kind of keep things afloat. So yeah, it looks like, man, the market's so active and things are so fun. Man, it'd be a great time to be an agent. And it is. We still love what we do, but it's definitely not one of those things that is an easy scenario right now. It's a lot more of encouragement and strategy. Man, we're having to put together some strategies to help our buyers be the winning one. And I feel like we've gotten really creative. It's caused us to really step up some creative. We've partnered with lenders that have come up with some creative ways to make financing look strong. We've partnered with different ways with home inspectors even to kind of look at things so that they might feel comfortable as a buyer to remove their home inspection. So we've had to do a lot of things that say let's get outside the box. Let's not just go our traditional approach, and let's find ways to put our buyers in a good position. But yeah, it's been a different market.
It has been. I feel like all across the world in every industry, things are shifting so much that we are literally living in transitional times. And transitional times create a lot of opportunity, but they also create a lot of insecurity, right? Everything, all change feels like loss initially.
It does.
Right? All change feels like loss initially. And so to navigate this, like, and some of our agents, the funny thing is, guys, agents that are newer to the market, that are newer to the industry, are actually doing really well, because this is not new. This is new to them on every level. They don't know the old norm. They don't know the days of, I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to negotiate the biggest price. I got this. They don't know that.
Yeah.
This has been on the market for 3 months. We can negotiate like this, or this has been on the market. They don't know that. Yeah. So right now they're going in and they're like, oh, this is just all I know. Mm-hmm. They're not having to make mind shifts.
Yeah.
Where I feel like the rest of the real estate market, if you've been in it 5 years or more, you're having to make some mind shifts. Yeah. Your role has changed. Your role now is to be the one that helps secure the property. That's your role. Yeah. Secure it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to have this concept that, let me help you negotiate the best terms, get you the best deal. I'm going to advocate for you, and I'm going to help you buy it at the lowest number. And like you said, our agents they're rock star agents. They've been doing this for a long time. Super.
They have big hearts,
huge hearts.
They want to take care of people.
Yeah, but I feel like they might feel a little more weary in this market, because it is such a mind shift change, where instead of we're still advocating. By far, we're still advocating.
Yeah.
To get them in a good, solid home, mm-hmm. a smart choice, mm-hmm. In the location and area they want, help mm-hmm. them achieve their goals. But the concept of negotiating that offer has switched. And now it's not, let me help you get the best terms, but let me help you make your offer the strongest. And that means sometimes writing over list price. And that means sometimes putting these creative pieces in there mm-hmm. that help them secure. So instead of like trying to help protect them, we're still protecting them in their decision making.
Right.
But we're helping them secure, which is a totally different
It's a totally different concept. So that's why we've seen newer agents have been like, oh, okay, I don't know any different from that. That's just what you do. Mm-hmm. And so they've been able to make that shift. But I just know that I always tell guys, if people feel fatigued in this office, they feel fatigued 5 miles down the road.
Yep.
Right? If they feel fatigued 5 miles down the road, they feel fatigued 120 miles down the road. Mm-hmm. This is just been a market that there's been some weariness, and people, I just feel like I'm talking to real estate agents that need hope out there, that are like going, man, I thought I was a pretty good real estate agent.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing really good in this business. Man,
mm-hmm.
I was really good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's all shifted.
Yeah.
And so now these agents that are fabulous agents, and we've got some really good ones in the Cedar Valley. We're blessed that way. We've got some really good agents that have been in it, that are they know strategy, they know how to market, they know how to do things. But they're looking at their things going, wow, mm-hmm. this is a different thing. Why can't I put some things together? And so for you that are out there that do feel that way, I'm thankful for what Anna does every day, because sometimes people can go, well, want. That's just Anna. But the fact that she can walk in here and stand on her head and just try to create Anna's always flipping you're always flipping the narrative. You're always, looking at the positive side of it, looking at the opportunity side of it, and really focusing on what's going on in the mental side of it. Because that's where everything is happening for both your buyer, the seller, and the agent. Totally. It's a mental battle, and you have to be in the right space. Mm-hmm. And so many times the agents could walk into our office and feel weary. They can feel beat up. Their buyer just lost. They wrote 7 offers this weekend, and they got 1 put together.
Yeah.
And they just spent all their time away from their family to get 1 deal put together.
Yeah.
Like, that's frustrating. It's frustrating for the client. It's frustrating for the agent. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, take hope, agent. Take hope, because I feel like we are going into a shift. The higher interest rates, has that caused a little bit of slowdown? I think in certain price points. It probably has. But significant shifts, we're not seeing that yet. But I do feel like it's starting to kind of normalize. The fact that I pulled today and said, man, 175 to 250, we actually have houses on the market?
And they've been there for like a week?
Yeah. And there's some for 20 and 25 days mm-hmm. that actually look like decent homes. Mm-hmm. Like, buyers, like, the fatigue should fall off. Like, okay, I don't have to do everything crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems to be settling.
Before we would have to be like, okay, you got to put an appraisal contingency, put an escalation clause in, remove inspections, go so far over. Just like all that didn't seem like the buyer had any real control of it, mm-hmm. other than we just had to lock them in and get them secured in the property, right? I feel like that's starting to shift. And so I'm just saying, like, agents that are out there, take hope. I know there's a lot of them that have been discouraged. I've had lots of conversations with agents outside of our office and inside of our office mm-hmm. that they feel the weight of it. Because by nature, real estate agents are people pleasers.
Yeah.
We by nature are caretakers. We by nature we want our clients to be happy.
Yeah.
We want them to have what they want. And so when we can't make that happen or they get disappointed, we take that on.
Yeah. I mean, for the 18 years I've been in this, I've seen people come and go out of this industry. And the people who are in this for money, the sales people, if you will, they don't make it long.
No, they don't.
The ones that are here that have stayed around, the ones that they have a great heart and they care about their client. It's really not a sales position. We look at it like a service position, right? Like we're here to help people achieve their goals in real estate. And so when you carry it like that, it is a much heavier burden, if you will, or responsibility. And so we have Henry joining
here's
us.
Henry.
Henry's here. He's part of the team too, but he makes it happy to come to work too. But no, so when we carry it on that level, I think that makes it harder. So whether it's in our office or in any office, maybe you're watching this across the country and you're in a different office. I would say the biggest thing that you can do to help yourself is find someone you can kind of do this with. Maybe that's a team for you. We're always open to talk and be a resource. We're all about contribution. So if you ever want to reach out to either one of us, we'd be happy to have a phone call. But find somebody that can be your partner that you can just have this place to. I mean, like even the two of us do that sometimes. Just like, hey, let's just talk this through. Like encourage me a minute, or do you have a different approach for me? What do you think about this? And just have somebody, because this is not something in this market. It's still very fulfilling, extremely rewarding. We love what we do. We do get to help meet people and be a part of their story, but it can get a lonely walk when it's this heavy. In the sense, it can be heavy when you feel like you love these people, you care about your clients, and when they're writing the 14th offer, man, to call them and tell them they didn't get it on that 13th one is a heavy phone call to make. So you really want a team of people that can support you.
Here's the thing, and we have a team of listing partners, and I'm on that team. And even making the phone calls to the agents that didn't get the offer, it hurts my heart.
It does.
I'm always like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, because we have like great offers and they're well written and all that. It's just there's something that they like better about something else. But the human part of it is like, man, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. And those are not fun phone calls to make, because on the other side of it, you've got two disappointed people.
Yeah.
The buyer and the agent that are disappointed. So it's just interesting. I feel like, again, going back to it, real estate to me is just relationship, right? It's all about relationships. And that's how we approach everything. We've never been a transactional company. We've been a relationship company. We're in it for the long haul. We're in it to benefit our community. We're in it to make a positive difference everywhere we go. And even now, I can look at my agents and I'm extremely proud of them because they've navigated through a really interesting market. I look at the agents out there that are out there and I'm like, they're navigating through really interesting times. But guess what? The rest of the world in all these different industries, whether it be medical, whether it be the car business, whether it be, construction, everybody's having to navigate. And emotions are running high, right? And so we got to keep, our biggest job in any area is being able to maintain the emotion and keep that. And so if you're out there today as a real estate agent and you're weary, take heart, take hope. If you need to make a phone call to us, we're always available to talk to you, right? I always tell my team, you need to call me at 3 a.m., call me at 3 a.m. I'm awake. No, I'm available. But literally take heart. The market is shifting. The market is stabilizing now. There's starting to be a little bit more inventory. And you're going to get your traction about you. But you've got to stay in the right mental space. For sure. If you don't, you won't. I'd love to just say, yeah, that's okay. You can just have the bad negative thoughts and you're going to thrive, but you're not. Yeah. You have to keep your head in the right space. Because, again, it's where those dominant thoughts, where the mind goes, the energy flows. If the mind is always looking at opportunity, is looking at ways to make things happen, all your thoughts are going to go there. All the energy is going to go there. But if you're in a negative mode, a self-defeated mode, a fear-filled mode, man, that's where all your energy is going. It's not what you want. It's not what you need. So we'd love, if you'd ever like an opportunity to talk to us, we're always available to talk to any agent across the country. We'd love an opportunity to be a resource to you. But take heart, take hope, and keep climbing, because it's an industry that it's worth the battle. It's worth the hike. It's worth the endurance. It's worth it. It's an industry that I feel so honored to have played a part in so many lives over the last 30 years.
It's an honor.
I get to play a part in a significant role. You get to play a part in a significant role in people's lives and have impact. And so, you just think about it. It's such a gift when we can walk into someone's the most intimate space and they're just showing everything to us, right? It's an honor. So take heart, take hope, and I pray that you fall back in love with the industry again.
That's right.
You feel re-energized, and just know your energy is going to flow where your most dominant thought goes. So stay positive.
That's right. And one of our core values that we've really leaned into this year is choose to be happy, because it's one of those things where it's a choice. We believe strongly it's a choice. And so just like we choose an outfit every day, like choosing that attitude, just like you talked about, is like probably your most critical piece of your outfit, right? Choosing to take a positive approach to this industry helps make it not feel tough and makes you find that joy, the fun. Yeah. So.
We're also, just quickly, I'm just going to add this. So I'm always talking to our agents, and Anna as well, is like, really, what are you saying over situations? What are you projecting over situations? You're going to create the fruit of your lips. Think about that. What are you saying about the market? What are you saying about how you see things going? You're going to create everything that you're speaking, you're going to create. That's a weighty responsibility. So if you're not seeing good things and you want to see it shift, look at how you're speaking.
Yeah.
Look at how you're talking. It is a big key. I so believe in the creative power of our words. So if you're talking negative, you're talking discouragement, you're talking lack, unfortunately, you're sowing more of that into your life. It's a law. It's a practice. But if you can get into it and make the decisive decision, and it's a discipline, to speak opposite of what you're feeling, what you're seeing, and start to speak positive and put a positive twist on it, and put positive, guess what? The energy of those words start to bring creativity. It starts to bring a different kind of flow, and you start to see things you didn't see before. So stay positive, guard your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Guard what you're saying. And I really believe that you're going to have, at the end of this, you're going to look back and go, wow, this ended up being a really great year.
Yeah, for sure. And when you say that that's a heavy decision to think about your words, when you've taught me that principle all these years ago, it feels like so much freedom. It gives me back power and control, that I have the ability to like change my circumstances in the way that I speak about them, and then therefore think about them. So even though it's like, whoa, what have I created in the past by not guarding my mouth? Learning that principle has given me so much freedom to know that, like, man, I can put myself back in a situation where I have some control about where my future is going.
Yep, so. That's so good, Anna.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's about all we've got today. I hope you're encouraged by it. I hope that you feel a little bit of a lift. And for you weary agents out there, take hope.
That's right.